shown you on the beat before, and it comes sometimes from these corporations themselves, because we have a economic system where people have to explain themselves, and they're semi-regulated, and they have earnings calls, and so you can find various ways that they're caught on tape admitting that they are using price hikes to drive profits. That's different than, say, demand or value. And here's some new evidence from, as mentioned, the calls they have to hold in the public markets with shareholders.
Pricing continued to be the big driver of top-line growth.
Price points are up double digits across our categories. Again, we're getting smart about how we look at pricing.
We saw significant pricing power of our portfolio with a year-over-year increase of 7.6%.
Now, there's a certain jargon to these things. They're not trying to sound good to their consumers in these calls, but they are trying to sound a very certain way to the markets, the investors. So they talk about the pricing power. Let's get smart about this. But what they're referring to is often raising prices beyond the norm, beyond what, say, just natural market economics would allow, because of the inflationary environment where they think they can do it and not get caught. Now, publicly, they insist the price hikes are driven only by real costs. Then as shareholders, they sometimes get quite clear, quite specific, almost touting that they are making everyone else just pay more.
The team has done a marvelous job in driving price.
Our sales gains were largely driven by higher average sales price. Average sales price trends reflect successful pricing strategies during the ongoing inflationary environment.
Consumers get used to it. When all prices go up, it helps.
We're not leaving any pricing on the table. We want to take as much as we can.
Consumers get used to it. Now remember, a lot of these folks are doing much better than everyone else. They're not talking about the price of things that they're thinking about, a private plane or a fancy vacation. They're often talking about, we showed you General Mills and some other examples, the type of things that people need to live, to get by, to eat. We've seen inflation already cut into that, and we're told by the economists that's unavoidable. This is something different. This greedflation is avoidable, and it raises deeper questions that are not actually about math and economics. At a fundamental level, they're about fairness and rules, and yes, politics. So we turn to Vermont Governor, Dr. and former DNC Chair Howard Dean. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me.